What if losing is the secret to real freedom? In a world obsessed with winning, discover the radical power of rejection, failure, and not fitting in. This isn't about giving up, it's about waking up. Embrace the courage to lose. The courage to be a loser, a philosophy of rejection and resilience, is a powerful and countercultural concept that challenges modern ideals of constant success, perfection, and validation. Here's a breakdown of what such a philosophy might explore. Introduction: embracing the unwanted identity in a world obsessed with winning. Where social media showcases highlight reels, self-help books promise endless achievement, and failure is something to be hidden. The idea of being a loser is taboo, but what if there's freedom, growth, and even quiet triumph in accepting rejection? This philosophy invites us to reframe failure not as a verdict, but as a gateway, a path to authenticity, depth, and true resilience. Core ideas of the philosophy: 1. Rejection is inevitable and necessary. Everyone gets rejected, romantically, professionally, socially. The difference lies not in avoiding rejection, but in how we interpret and metabolize it. A loser in this philosophy is someone who no longer fears rejection because they've stopped seeking universal approval. If you aren't being rejected, you're probably not living fully. 2. Identity beyond achievement. So much of our identity is built around our accomplishments. But what remains when the job title, the accolades, and the applause fade? The loser sheds external validation to find intrinsic worth, choosing depth over image. 3. The art of not belonging. Being a loser often means being outside the dominant group, professionally, socially, ideologically. But this exclusion can be liberating. The courage to not belong is the courage to create your own space, values, and voice. 4. Rejection as refinement. Each rejection teaches, each loss is a mirror. Instead of chasing acceptance, the resilient loser becomes curious about failure, asking, "What does this teach me about myself? How can this refine my values?" Practical tenets of the philosophy: practice voluntary vulnerability, tell the truth, be seen, ask without guarantees, detach from outcomes, define your success not by results but by integrity of effort. Embrace absurdity. There's a kind of humor and lightness in accepting that life doesn't owe you coherence or justice. Cultivate anti-fragility. Don't just survive failure, use it to get stronger, sharper, stranger in the best ways. Icons and archetypes. This philosophy draws from thinkers and characters who have embraced their outsider status. Soren Kierkegaard, the existentialist who chose authenticity over acceptance. Franz Kafka, whose protagonists struggle through absurd, uncaring systems. Failure embracing comedians like Andy Kaufman or Bo Burnham. Modern creatives, artists, and activists who are misunderstood before they're celebrated or never are, and still keep creating. Conclusion: the paradox of liberation. To be a loser, in the eyes of the world, may be the first step to becoming deeply yourself. When you stop fearing rejection, you're free to live with radical honesty, purpose, and peace. The courage to be a loser isn't about giving up. It's about giving up illusions and gaining something infinitely rarer: your true self.